Right, ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about manifesting your specific person, even when they're stubborn, or they're cold, or they're being a pain, or it builds you with dread and everything about them drives you insane. Anyway, today I want to talk to you about how to actually shift their behavior so they can stop being stubborn and actually start pursuing and doing the things that you desire them to do. But to do this, we need to first identify why they are stubborn in the first place. Now, they are stubborn because you are assuming them to be so. There may have been things that have happened in a 3D reality, or things that they had said at some point in time that make you now assume that they are stubborn. But from this moment on, they're not showing up for you in the desired way because you are assuming they are too stubborn to do so. Because you are holding things in your mind like the time they said, once it's over, that's it, I never go back. Or and you're holding in your mind that once they said that they are just too stubborn to give someone a second chance, or things like that. Or maybe their actions are reflecting it. You pushing and trying to make something happen and they're just not budging. Or maybe you have no evidence. You just for some reason assume that they are stubborn. Ultimately, the problem is that you are assuming that they are too stubborn. What is manifestation? Well, manifestation is what you assume to be true will become true. So, if you are experiencing a version of them who is being stubborn and who is not giving that second chance or even that first chance if it's a new person, but you're assuming their stubbornness, you are assuming they don't give second chances or they don't go for people like you, whatever that means to you, lo and behold, there you go. There's why you are not receiving them. Someone being stubborn, someone being avoidant, there being a third person involved, there being distance, there being any other number of issues in front of you is all just the same thing. You are assuming because of X, you cannot have Y. Because they are stubborn, you can't have a relationship. Because they are avoidant, you can't have a healthy relationship. Because there's distance, they don't want to be in a relationship with you. Because of religion, they don't want to be in a relationship with you. And things like that. You are assuming that X, i.e. the problem, is creating Y. And therefore, X is creating Y. You're creating that outcome. So what we want to do is we want to shift within our mind. We want to create our own internal X to then create a new Y. So even if they are being the most stubborn, pain in the ass version of them out there and they're not budging an inch whatsoever, you need to create an internal story of them being open, ready, willing, happy to make exceptions. Whatever the opposite of what they are currently doing is, that's what you want to be claiming. So if they said things like, I don't give second chances once I've broken up, you could either go the route of, we are together, person is open and ready to be in a relationship with me. Or if you can't get your mind straight on board with that end result, you could do the route of, regardless of what specific person said, he made an exception to be with me. You can kind of mold it into your new story that implies that, yeah, he said this thing or she said this thing, but that didn't stop them from committing to me. Or if they're being a bit avoidant, you can say specific person feels comfortable and open being in this relationship with me, or whatever the avoidant is, because I know a lot of people have different ways of showing their avoidant behavior. So whatever you're experiencing from them, create the opposite. Openness, willingness, being ready. Those are three great ways to state that someone is no longer stubborn, and in fact, the opposite. So, considering the way that you keep referring to them as stubborn and being a pain in the ass, essentially, that's what's keeping them in place being like it. So you want to create that new story. You want to feed your mind something new. You want to be proactive with it, i.e., at random times during the day, you just want to remind yourself that you're in a relationship with them, that they are open and ready to make it work, that they are happy to be with you, that they feel amazing being with you, that they are with you regardless of what they said in the past, those kinds of things. But you also want to be positively reactive with it. For example, if your mind goes to the space of, well, they're not going to come back because they said that they don't give second chances, in that moment, catch it, say, no, that's not true. They know I'm their best option, which is why they have committed to me. They know that they're never going to find anyone as amazing as me, which is why they've committed to me. Regardless of what he said, he is open and ready and willing to make this relationship with me work. He used to be stubborn, but now he's open. I remember when he was stubborn, but now he is ready and willing. I remember when we had troubles, but now we are back together and better than ever. Or if it's a new person, I remember when we weren't dating, but now we are, or things like that. But ultimately, stubbornness is the assumption that you are putting them in. You are creating a little box of them being stubborn. Open that box and put them in a new one. One that obviously benefits you. You don't want to take them out of the stubborn box and then put it in the long distance box, for example. So open that box and say, look, you're not stubborn anymore. Stop being an idiot. In fact, you're open and loving and squishy. Come and be with me for this relationship. And you start telling yourself that. Because what you assume to be true will become true. Your assumptions create your reality. So stop assuming stubbornness. Stop assuming avoidance and all of these kinds of negative traits from your person that stop them from being with you. And instead, start assuming openness and readiness and willingness and how amazing you are. So why wouldn't they? Start assuming those kinds of things. And that will open up the space for your specific person to actually show up in that way. They probably want to be just as open and loving and happy dandy with you as you want them to be. But you're holding them in that box. You're keeping them caged in this stubborn shackle. And they can't break free until you give them the skeleton key to do so. So hand them that key. Change that story. Let them break free from it so they can actually show up for you in the best way. Because everything is your creation. I really hope this video has helped. If it has, drop me a like and a comment to let me know. If you're in need of any one-to-one help to help you get over the things stopping you from having the version of your specific person that you currently have and instead creating one that you desire, head down below into the comment section or the description, because there is the link to my Linktree where you can find the links to my website. If you want additional things from me, such as free routines, I said that twice, free worksheets, free planners, and extra content, I do have a monthly membership that you can cancel at any time down below in that same Linktree. And if you would like me, a nice little Matthew on your shoulder affirming for you and scripting for you, in the description there is the I Manifest For You service, which tons of people have found a lot of comfort in and success and results. So if you're interested in that, head down below to the description, click that link, and that'll take you to where you can grab that. Click this playlist if you want to see more of my amazing content, and ensure that you are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any future stuff with the little bell icon clicked so that you don't miss those videos even though they post them for subscribers, but subscribers don't get notified. Stupid YouTube. But click that bell icon and I'll see you lovely soldiers in the next one. Bye-bye.